And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the dumpster fire that is my Monday afternoon and evening. I want to especially thank my guests tonight for joining me. Because this in particular is going to be a bit of a dumpster fire. We have Rays.
Hello.
Is all you got?
Yes.
Come on, put some enthusiasm in it. I'm torturing you.
That's exactly why I'm not Enthused. That's why exactly why I don't have enthusiasm. I'm tired, okay?
And we have Raven. Alright, I thought we had Raven, but it turns out we have an actual Raven.
Actually, ravens croak. They don't screech.
Well, you're a special Raven.
Okay.
So, I actually don't know. All right, so I don't think we actually have anyone in chat for the moment. I think the two people watching are literally Rays and Raven.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, you are? Oh, then somebody's in there. They just aren't talking. So tonight, we are going over the dumpster fire that is Stones to Abbigale. Now, I'm going to start with a few trigger warnings. This book has a school shooting. And I believe it has other shit. I don't know. Domestic violence, maybe? But this is written by Onision, so you can be assured that
It's terrible.
no matter what is being presented, it is going to be presented poorly. Now, before we get going, I need to give a bit of preamble. This is by Onision.
Hi, I'm back and I'm stupid.
Hi, welcome back, and you're stupid.
Matt.
Yes?
Hello.
Oh, and before going, say hi, Foxy. You're just in time for
Hi.
preamble.
It's me, Bartholomew.
So,
That one goes out to Buddy Soul, who came up with that nickname. I love you.
this is by Onision. Now, I do not encourage my audience to pirate things.
However,
If you pirate it, that is out of my hands. If you want to read this book, I can only recommend that you buy it. However, for the purposes of this stream, myself and my cohorts here are going to be reading a copy I found online for free. I did not rip this copy from a paid source. Somebody else ripped it, and I got it. If Onision wants to take issue with that, he should find this copy that I found and take that down. This is transformative. We are going through this. This is an analysis. This is a criticism, and it is parody. We are making fun of this piece of shit stuff that you put in. Now, I'm likely going to leave this as unlisted for a time, even after it's up on YouTube and it's all, it's likely going to remain unlisted because Onision is infamous for being a false flagging son of a bitch. And I don't want to put my channel at risk. So before we get going, a bit of preamble. I don't like Onision. You might know Onision as the banana guy. The guy who screams, "I am a banana," over and over again in a banana suit, which got him temporary fame and a spot on Tosh.0. He is not a good person. He is a domestic abuser. Allegedly. He is a gaslighter. Allegedly. He is a child groomer. Allegedly. And of course, I'm having all of this allegedly shit because it actually hasn't been taken to court, and I don't want to get sued by the asshat. It has been alleged that he has done many terrible things. If you want to learn... Now, this stream is not going to be about him explicitly. Some aspects of him might come up, like the fact that...
It might be supplemental reading to know this.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I am calling it right now. Now, I don't remember all of the contents of this book, but I'm calling now there is going to be some portion in this book that is bashing religion. Now, I'm an atheist. I'm not a big fan of religion. Greg is like a stereotype. Like, So, with that in mind, if you want to learn more, Cecil McFly did a feature-length docu-series.
Feature-length.
No, like feature-length, like hours upon hours. I think it's over like 3 hours long.
Yeah. It's very in-depth. It's very good. It's got like so his legend. Oh God, I wish it was only a legend. His legend spans many different platforms and many different mediums and many different dips.
If you want to hear about how he formed his own cult, and how he abused multiple women and has a habit of getting into relationships with not quite legal young women girls. How he likes to get in a relationship with girls who are only just barely legal to consent and sometimes not even 18. And which is like basically he's remained legal by the word of the law.
By the seat of his pants.
I mean, by the lack of his pants.
Yeah, that's
worst of all, he pours kombucha on himself.
He's. You can also look up Repsion on YouTube.
Amazing.
Has been following this guy for fucking years. You can watch Chris Hansen's videos. Now, I wouldn't recommend it because the guy botched it.
Yeah.
He potentially his ineptitude has potentially allowed Onision to get away with criminal activity because it can't go to court because he potentially made evidence inadmissible in court.
And just to be clear, he is not an investigator. He is a journalist first and foremost.
No, I wouldn't say even he's a journalist. He's a show host. From my knowledge, Chris Hansen in the To Catch a Predator series he never did the heavy lifting. He was the charismatic host of the show that also spoke to the people. The people that did all the heavy lifting were actual investigators.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But
hi.
Yeah, welcome. Ava. We're doing a preamble because we're reading a book by Onision, so we had to.
Okay.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know Onision, the fact that like every single person in here who is from different walks of life all know who the fuck Onision is and hates him should give you an idea of just what a piece of shit this guy is. So, I don't give a shit about being nice. Normally,
oh yes.
Normally, I'm like, guys, this is from the heart. Authors put out, be nice. With Norman, I was a little less, I didn't care as much because he's an asshole. Onision, like, let's be real here. No matter what the age of the character is in this book, these are self-inserts. Onision is putting these characters forward as if not like him at his best or him or him at his worst. Like these are like parts of him. So in just as an example, in the sequel to this book, his character fantasizes about blowing up a stadium of civilians, because and says that it would be justified because of population crises. Yeah, no, that is worth criticizing. This is not like, whenever the character does something stupid, Onision would defend it. These are his self-inserts. It's unavoidable. So, if the character does stupid shit, I'm not laughing with you. Oh, shit. Hi, Turtle Lover. You came in an awkward time when I'm talking shit about Onision.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. The best part about your name, Turtle Lover, is that Onision actually fucking killed his turtle.
To sum it all up, Onision is a very, very rotten person with very, very rotten views of the world and of people. A lot of this is going to include the justification of many different types of people, while at the same time pretending to stand up for, to speak up for, to have solidarity with them.
He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and he is very much I don't know. I don't know the guy. My head is telling me that he has convinced himself he is the things he says he is, despite his actions. But I don't know, and that's not even really the point. This is this awful fucking book.
So basically, Montresor from the Cask of Amontillado.
So, before we get going, one more thing to point out. This is the best one.
No.
Of the three books, this one is the most grammatically correct. It is the most coherent in terms of its narrative, and it is the best written in general. As we go through these 90 pages,
90 pages.
If you think this is bad, it gets worse. So,
Can I butt in? Can I butt in real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So first of all, I apologize for being slightly late. The fire alarm went off.
That'd do it.
Yeah, so, at first I thought it was just a random drill, but, I don't know, we were all standing out there for a long time and actual trucks showed up. It didn't look like there was any fire. They let us all back in short order. So I can only conclude that God does not want me to read this.
No, God doesn't want anyone to read this. Oh, okay, Turtle. You know what, Turtle? We look forward to your return.
We look forward to your return, and thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll just let us know when you're back, and we'll let you know what you missed in the most hilarious fashion we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good thing I'm going to therapy.
So here's a question. Here's a question. Who wants to be the narrator? Who wants to be Onision?
I'm not being
God.
I only came to pop in for.
Okay, who hates themselves the most? Let's go.
I don't know, Matt. Like that seems to describe you.
That is pretty accurate. Let me see. Oh my God. Yeah, this is obnoxious. I'll do it.
All right.
What voice is just the most inappropriate besides my own?
Ah, oh, damn it, you beat me to it! I was gonna snap my fingers, point to the camera, and go, yours! No.
Aw, fuck you. I love you. I was asleep until I met her. When I finally woke, I learned the meaning of perfect imperfection. Oh my God, I hate him. Sorry. Hi, Matt here. Oh my God, I hate him. Anyways, I've always been the type of person to focus on stars as we spin beneath them. The cool breeze on a sunny day, scattered patches of grass under my feet, the world around me, often forgetting to glance at the one within.
All right, Matt, I want you to keep doing that, but I want you to make it a bit more nasally.
Okay, well,
like push down on your note, like make it more nasally as you read.
Okay, do you no nasal emission or max nasal emission?
Max nasal. Let's hear it. Max nasal.
I think it'd be like something like this, right? Like,
yes, perfect.
Okay. This is gonna be a lot. The cool breeze on a sunny day, scattered patches of grass under my feet, the world around me, often forgetting to glance at the one within. I had remained emotionally unexplored for so much of my life. That's a way you could have phrased it. Oh, you know what? I'm glad that he didn't have, like, any revision work done on this, because if anybody who knew how to write things had to read this...
No, like, somebody did edit this. Him.
I know, but... Oh my God.
So like Empress Teresa. He edited it.
Oh my God.
You know what? Empress Teresa might have been a dumpster fire. It might have been a dumpster fire, but at least Norman wasn't that much of an asshole. He's an asshole, but he's not an onion.
He was an asshole, but also he like even if it was the thinnest, most surface level, he was a little humble in the a little, but it was enough.
Husband, son, father.
Husband, son, father. Baby, come back, I didn't mean it. It's painful knowing that some can go an entire lifetime without understanding their own heart. An internal lock waiting for the right key to change everything. Yeah, we call that a therapist. Call that a therapist. We call that don't rely on your significant other.
I mean, given how this is, I think you could also say they call that a hard whiskey. Not that I'd recommend.
My favorite.
Not that I'd recommend that, but.
Yeah, don't drink responsibly, but also I guess read responsibly. It was the first Monday of November. I opened my eyes, blinded by the recently painted wall-to-wall room. Even my bed frame, constructed of purely metal like my soul, was painted white. Oh, fuck. I cut out! No! God is dead.
God,
blinded by my...
What is with this kid's room?
It's like a baby prison.
I just imagine Onision in a pure white room inside of a crib. Like an adult-sized crib.
Baby. He got put in straight baby jail. I don't know. Blinded by my recently painted wall-to-wall white room. Even my bed frame, constructed of purely metal, was painted white. It bounced off the walls, causing my eyelids to desperately clamp together. Painting my room like this was a clear act of subtle, self-inflicted psychological torture. Hello? What? Painting your room is psychological torture?
All right. You know what? There is something to this. Like, all right, have you ever?
I mean, there is, but
like, have you ever gone to like somebody's house and you walk through a room and it like the walls are just like eye melting pink?
I have a room that is eye melting lime green,
Actually,
so you know.
Yes. Wow.
That's studies show autism caused by pain. Caused by pain. It's caused by pain. It's not even eating or ingesting it. It is simply I have been in this lime green ass room for most of my adult life, and it's taken a toll on me. I'm stupid as shit. My brain's coming out my ears. I was going through another phase, from darkness to light, and repeat, seemed like the story of my life. My mom could see the darker colors were depressing me. I felt comforted by them, but found there were good aspects of both extremes. I was happy to visit either side. They are both so simple. But right now, the intense light bouncing from wall to wall felt like it was ripping my mind in two. Yeah.
God, this really does read like a freshman who took too many classes in English literature.
I am like, so here's the thing, is that like every now and then I'll like see a bit of my own writing in here, and I just want to say to the universe, to my friends who I met in creative writing that are in my D&D campaign right now, I am so sorry, y'all. Like, I try to put a lot of heart into the things I do. I try to put, like, a theme. I try to, like, at least, like, make something out of it. And I don't know. I mean, shit. If this is how my stuff reads to you, my sincerest fucking apologies. My biggest fucking apologies. I love y'all. Okay, that's it. Be nice to your editors.
And once you get to the end of the page, stop so I can diatribe. As I do.
My mom didn't wake me. My alarm clock sat on my dresser with no explanation for its failure to function. The clock only illuminated a blank stare with 8:17 written all over its face. While entirely robotic, I imagine the clock to have the dumbest possible expression, one complimenting its failure to behave any way outside its random glitch-infested nature. In the reflection of its plastic face, I could see myself unconsciously making the dumb expression I was imagining the clock to have. Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay, no, never mind. I laughed in my casual, dorky tone. My casual, dorky tone. The one that makes me a little adorable. But I'm a boy. I'm a little man. And began to get ready to leave home. Without breakfast, I left my school with a bogus note in hand to idealistically explain my tardiness. I think most of my teachers were too exhausted to worry about small variances in our appearance from time to time. With how low their pay likely was, I imagined there were very few rules most teachers cared about. It was another cold day in Lakewood. The wind hit my eyes, forcing tears to form in the corners as they sped along the sidewalk at a no doubt unreasonable speed.
All right, pause for a moment. What have we learned?
He has a room.
Yeah, like...
Guys,
this is...
Then he lives just a few miles from me?
Potentially. But, this here, these days, this isn't as true as, like, this is more true now than it used to be. But...
Okay, sorry, I just gotta pull you aside. Swift, I don't know if you came up with that or you got from some emo Bob Slaughter Pants. It's the funniest shit I've ever read.
No, emo Bob Slaughter Pants is an actual thing we have to do eventually. I forgot about that.
Oh my god!
Yes. No.
Obsessed. Sorry, continue.
The first page is one of the most important things you can do. You know, you can do for your book. It is the first impression. If you're, now, the second page as well, but I want to do it the first page just because of how inconsequential this first page is. What have we learned here? So,
he's edgy.
So we get through, like, the first paragraph, right? What happens here? Well, he was asleep until he met her. When he finally woke, he learned the meaning of perfect imperfection. What does this mean? And the reason I ask is, met who? What's happening? We don't know. It just...
So it's not that I think a cold open is impossible, and it's not that I even think that this opening paragraph is without merit. There are some little moments where I'm like, yeah, if you had expanded upon this or maybe found a better way to integrate it into the text, it would have gone well. But you start off with, I was asleep until I met her, and then you go to a separate waking up sequence, which completely divorces from the first paragraph, and I'm like, oh, we're like in the real solid world now? You kind of just, you didn't close up, here's the thing, you didn't like close up that first paragraph in a way that made it felt like it was transitioning to a different scene. I'd suggest maybe ditching the waking up metaphor because you have two waking up points in this one first page, and I'm just like, whiplash, you know?
And on top of that, like, it doesn't mean anything, right? So let's say for a moment he wakes up, and he starts getting ready, but like throw in some mentions of like something didn't feel like any other day, or like, you know, what? Why did he mention the first paragraph? After that first paragraph, he actually like this bit here about the room being all white and shit. Yeah, actually no, that's good, and I actually think that this one paragraph is pretty decent. The only odd thing is like how edgy it is. Like it really does sound like a freshman be like, yeah, my walls are all white, my bed's white because I like to torture myself. Like, dude,
you know what else it is? It's that there's no build up to like this like self-torture or whatever. There's no build up. It's just suddenly, by the way, I hate myself, I'm a piece of shit, but I'm still better than you, what the fuck? Like there's no build up to it, so it does feel like you're getting punched in the face. If you could, like, build up those things by, like, cluing into aspects of his environment that are maybe stressful, tumultuous, you know, clue into these things, and then give us a reason to sit there with the protagonist and be like, yeah, what the f*** is this, you know?
Like,
you do. There's catharsis to be
like,
had
like,
here.
one thing that he could have done is have the mom wake him up. Because like, dude, why aren't you going to school?
Yeah.
and have him like scold him, and how he laments like, yeah, it was my alarm clock again. I keep telling her that my alarm clock's broken, but she doesn't believe me. And like do like a little spiel of like how frustrated it is with his mom, and start out with him like having like a strained relationship with his mom. That way, when he talks about the White Room, keeps him grounded or something like that. Like that makes sense. But after that, like, so he has 2 paragraphs talking about how white his room is. This paragraph here talking about how his mom didn't wake him. But, like, these elements could have been useful, but he doesn't do anything with them. Like,
yeah, these are all, you have to, it's not that there is nothing to be had from book where grimdark teenager complains about his awful life. That's not an empty well, okay? Now, it's not my cup of tea, but I do think that there is, like, a certain romanticism that you could possibly pull out of it.
Oh my god, you know what I just realized?
Yeah?
My eyes just kind of scanned ahead, but one of the teachers is Mr. Hansen.
Oh. Gregory. Oh, Gregory. So sorry for your loss, Gregory. Oh,
Alright, so
Gregory.
because of how much
What does it
narration there is, at least up to this point, I'm going to share roles as narrator with you.
Alright.
And we'll go back and forth.
Mm.
Because let's be real here, Matt. Between all of us in chat right now, the 2 of us are the ones that like to hear our voices the most.
Yeah, maybe.
I love the sound of my own voice. It reminds me that I exist.
Unless I'm
it
in,
was I passed Lauren. Oh yeah, what's
unless I'm in the car, I hate the sound of my voice.
up? Yeah, same.
Car and shower.
Yes.
Nobody else can hear me. Now, in traffic, people can definitely see me jamming out, and that's the part I hate. If there's nobody else on the road, then I'm going. Stupid.
Matt, if we're in the car together, I'm going to dance like an idiot in my seat, and you're going to join me, and you're going to forget that there's other people watching.
You're gonna forget. Well, I'm also gonna get us killed. We're going to die. This is a threat and a promise. No, I'm kidding.
Right, so I'll pick up.
I passed Lauren.
I passed Lauren and Raymond walking the opposite direction, no doubt headed towards the nearby church where all the students go to smoke, make out, and hide out till school ends. No Oxford comma, so therefore they go to smoke and then they make out while hiding until school ends. They don't just hide out until school ends. Because of the lack of an Oxford comma, they hide out while making out.
I'm begging the world to, like, even the academic world. Like, I read an article for finals that didn't use the Oxford comma, and I was like,
that'd be hilarious if like you turn it in, but like you literally just turn in the thing that you read with Oxford commas spliced in.
It's not plagiarism. I fixed your shit. No, it's still plagiarism. Hey, college tip. That's still plagiarism. If anybody needed to be told.
They seemed so childish as they held hands and smiled excitedly, as if they had gotten away with some tremendous crime. Mr. Hansen, my heavy-set, middle-aged history teacher, rolled his eyes as I walked into class. James, sit down.
I approve of making every adult talks like Chris Hansen.
Oh, and by the way, guys, James is one of the names Onision goes by.
Greg.
Yeah, his actual name is.
Not to steal Strange Aeon's bit, but also to steal Strange Aeon's bit. Calling him Greg, no matter what, even in book form, is very funny to me. That's it.
Fair enough. Greg, see me after class, he said quickly, looking away from me as I were an undervalued employee who was barely important enough to make eye contact, let alone deliver a full sentence to. What teenager thinks like this?
I don't. I mean, I personally have never felt anything towards my teachers nearing this level of hatred. I've only ever felt like, listen, you're underpaid. I get that. You know, we have no. I sincerely, not a lot of us want to be here,
No,
so I'm making the experience pleasant. You know?
Like even more than that. What student in high school thinks as they're looking at me like an undervalued employee? What student, how many students in high school have that reference?
But also, how many students in high school can like, most high schoolers would consider working a job to have, like, more respect than being a student, even though, not really, but, you know, they would consider that a step up. They consider that adulthood. So you're like, you know, well, yeah, but, you know, at least they're not treating you like garbage.
Or like, yeah, they're treating me like garbage, but at least they're paying me.
Yeah. There's, like, an assumed level, like, so high schoolers are assuming that there is an assumed level of respect associated with having a job and being an employee. That was a lot. Yeah, shut up. I worded it. I got it.
Oh. I had, right, so I have to talk like Greg thinks he talks. I have a note. I said...
Garfield?
Can I say something real quick?
Yep.
2 characters dialogue in the same paragraph.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh my god.
I said, he ignored me, as he probably should, and continued his lecture on yet another topic. Wait. So, he... Alright, actually, no, yeah, so you fucking interrupt class, you walk in the middle of class, and the teacher says, meet me after class, and you're like, he dares look down on me. It's like, yeah, dude, you're fucking late, and you interrupted his damn lecture. No shit.
Also, of course he didn't speak to you in a full sentence. You interrupt, you're in the middle of class. He's not gonna give you the whole speech right here. It's the middle of class.
He continued his lecture on yet another topic that would not only be completely useless later in life, but wasn't even relevant for even a few seconds after the words left his mouth. I mean, what was it about, Greg?
Yeah.
Like, because I have never been in history class and thought to myself, when am I ever going to need to use this? I thought it was generally understood that you went to math class for shit you'd use later in life and went to, like, math class is where you increase your intelligence score and history is where you go to increase your wisdom score. Like, knowing history doesn't make you smarter, it makes you wiser. Whatever.
I've never thought of it like that. Thank you for that, Spat.
I mean, that is true. Although, I just gotta say, that holds up for high school, but I swear to God, taking statistics in college is actively making me stupider. I know it just makes me feel stupid, but oh my god, I have never felt like more of a dipshit than in statistics. I feel like a piece of shit. Okay, continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, drama club increases your charisma.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not very charismatic.
There was only 15 minutes left in class, but I felt it would be more stimulating to integrate myself into the room yet again, study my classmates' behavior, than to sit in a hall, watching the rows of scum-covered tiles inevitably slide off the decaying walls.
The walls will ooze green slime! Oh wait, they always do that.
Blood.
For as long as I remember, I've enjoyed seeing how people move around and talk to each other, like they're all animals at the zoo. I would try to deliver a more accurate analogy if I felt there was one, but so many of them seemed incredibly unaware of themselves, just living life as if they were some generic predefined routine. Sometimes I felt like an alien who had a VIP pass to submerge myself in primitive human culture just for entertainment.
Are you sure they're the primitive ones?
Holy shit.
In reviews of this book I've heard before now, I've heard a lot of them say, like, this is just Greg talking, right? Like, this isn't a teenager. It's just, like, this paragraph right here. We will see more of this. This is not a teenager. This is not a high school student. No high school student thinks like this.
This is a grown man writing out what I have to assume are, like, moral high ground school shooter fan. Like, that's the only way I can describe it.
No, that's the one that comes after this.
Ah, yeah, true. But oh my god. Like, what? How can you read this over and then go, yes, this is entertaining?
I sense everything I can take in around me. The seemingly limitless audible tones, tremors in the voices of growing children rang in my ears. In studying people, I found myself gradually learning to literally feel the various personality types I encountered. I hyperanalyze...
That's not what literally means.
God, now I'm just imagining, like, he's going up to people and, like, grabbing their faces. I hyperanalyzed every inconsistent smell. Panties. The seemingly random clothing styles, freckles, and assorted hairstyles filled my mind with questions. You know, I do want to point out that saying that he hyperanalyzed every inconsistent smell immediately followed by saying the seemingly random clothing hairstyles, freckles, and clothing styles, freckles, and assorted hairstyles makes it sound like that he's analyzing them with his nose.
A, it sounds like you're just walking around sniffing people. B, what the fuck are you talking about?
And this would actually be the perfect instance to not use the Oxford comma. You should have said random freckles, clothing, and hairstyles. Why did you split two different styles with freckles?
Also, why is fashion confusing to you? I mean, I know it's confusing to you, Greg, because you dress like a fucking trash can, but why is fashion confusing to your character?
Well, you know what? No, that's fair. Fashion is weird. But again, this doesn't sound like a damn... Oh, no. The next paragraph, hang on. Trying to rationalize and understand what sequence of events led them to decide who they would become. I took favor of categorizing most everyone around me. The socially inept know-it-all. The dumb attention-seeking drama kid, and the beach blonde bimbo who gets overly defensive at the slightest hint of criticism.
Literally nobody in high school acted like either any of these.
Like back in like junior high school, I called these two girls like the bimbo girls or something like that. But like I had no actual reason, and after I got to know them for like 30 minutes, I was like, wow, I feel like an asshole now.
Okay, first of all, grown-ass Greg describing a high schooler as bleach blonde bimbo is very concerning. I definitely don't like it. Definitely don't like that.
Then there were the kids, who just hoped no one would notice them at all. There was so much to be seen, to be considered, and organized in my mind.
Yeah?
This you know what? No. This does sound like a high school student. This sounds like a high school student that has read a thesaurus front to back, and it has a personality disorder.
This sounds like the socially inept know-it-all.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you named yourself. That was you up there.
Class.
You looked in the mirror?
Class
Did you smell that they were socially inept? Can Greg smell autism? Hey, Google, can Greg smell autism?
Class had just ended, so I walked over to Mr. Hansen's desk and placed the tardy note down in passing. As I walked out with the rest of the class, he called after me, James, we still need to talk about your inappropriate behavior towards minors. I responded, but continued to walk outside the room. I have to be early to my next class. Let's talk tomorrow. I walked quickly down the hall towards my art class, which was awkwardly placed in a trailer outside of my clearly poorly funded high school. On my way to class, a fight had already broken out between two jocks who, no doubt, both had controlling iron-fisted fathers who brainwashed them into believing conflicts between men are best resolved with blending their fists!
Someone had daddy issues.
This entire book just, like, could be summed up as, that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, no, yeah, and it is widely believed that Greg has serious daddy issues.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, you would be very right to say, what the hell are you doing theorizing over a guy you don't know, but make it, just to be clear, he has very much made it everybody else's business.
You see, that sounds like an issue, not an issue. My favorite one when telling someone to fuck off. That sounds like an issue, not an issue.
Alright, I'll finish this paragraph and then we can, and then we can move off to someone else reading narration. We're going to pass around narration because of how narration heavy this is so far.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be more dialogue.
Oh yeah, it's 90% narration from what I remember. Don't forget, you're here forever.
These kinds of men plague my mind with wonder. I cannot conceive of a scenario in which they could justify their primitive and pointless mentalities, yet they would always continue to perpetuate their self-destructive attitudes, as if it offered the slightest legitimate benefit.
Greg, don't worry. Men plague my mind too, man.
I just can't get out all of those disgusting, muscular, well-oiled men out of my mind.
Listen, I got a couple of men plaguing my mind, dude. It happens to the best of us.
All right, who wants to pick up the next page?
If you don't pick, you're stuck with me again. Somebody volunteer.
God, I picked. Wait, who?
What?
Is someone going?
Say something bad.
I was gonna volunteer just because I thought of a good joke I can use.
All right. Yeah, no, yeah. But before you go, I just want to say, wow, this is so bad. Like, this is so bad that I'm getting more hesitation to read than Empress Teresa. Alright, I'm gonna make some popcorn.
Okay.
The popcorn's right there.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're gonna bake her? You're gonna put her in the microwave? Fuck!
Hey, it's not that bad.
Oh my god.
Nice way to get a tan.
Yeah.
I forget what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, at least with Empress Teresa, there was the anticipation of what stupid shit is Norman gonna write next. This is just, oh my god, you keep repeating. I don't even know what to describe this as, but anyway, it's most everyone nearby, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this in my Rolf voice because it's the only thing that'll keep me sane.
Go, bitch, go. I believe in you.
Most everyone nearby crowded around the fight. None of them likely cared who was winning, what it was about, or how far it went. All they ever seemed to show concern for was their own amusement, always excited to see violence without having to pull out their wallets to pay for it, as the sounds of flesh collided fist to cheek and chest quickly... Okay, also, can I just say, just when it comes to narration, I hate when people just use the ampersand like this. Just use the word "and". Okay. Sounds of flesh collided fist to cheek and chest quickly followed the howls from the surrounding students. They would all scream,
What was that?
Was that right?
No, it was Jontron.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
It was Ryan just like screaming from the kitchen. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was excellent. That was so fucking good. I love you. Can we get married?
it were sincerely delightful to witness creatures like themselves suffer and fall apart before their eyes. Even if I had time to stop, I never really took pleasure in seeing strangers hurt each other. Most all fights seemed avoidable and were often initiated for a senseless reason. I know, you could say it's more complicated than that, but I would like to think it were as well, but reality trumps the way I wish things would be. Hey, I have that sweater too, okay? There's no sense in fighting it when doing so rarely helps anyone. As I approach my next class, the image of Abby's face illuminated the neon walls of my mind like a projector teasing a theater screen with fleeting moments of depth and purpose. Okay, now he's just the psychic from the Goop Lab.
Why? First of all, that is the creepiest way you can describe a school crush. What the fuck?
This is Greg. Are you surprised?
Yeah, no, I don't know why. There's a lot to unpack, and it left me brain dead, and I can't touch any of it. Feel on that.
I could have poured this popcorn into a bowl and not just kept it inside the bag, but...
Whatever. Okay. Alright. Fleeting moments of depth and purpose. Again, stop using the ampersand like that. I hate you.
Like, that's something I very often see in roleplay, but the reason why it happens in roleplay is because it's...
You're typing fast.
Well, not only you're typing fast, but it's almost like stream of consciousness. So when you do ... you're imagining your character pausing. You aren't right, like, but this is the narration, right?
Yes.
I agree, like, you should do ... or end the sentence. Although, like every single thing, every single fiction we spotlighted here has done this at some point.
Have they?
Just about every single one, yeah. Remember I had that running joke in My Immortal, where whenever there's a long pause, I just stare at the camera?
Oh yeah. I mean, my Immortal, that was just whatever. Okay, where was I? Yeah, depth and purpose. Ever since I met her, I only shoot up with her perfume. Sorry, I had to throw in that Panic at the Disco reference. Ever since I met her, she had occupied a part of my consciousness. Whenever I wasn't near her, I missed her to an unrealistic extent. You could call my longing sad, especially considering we had barely talked. She just had a strange effect on me. No doubt similar to a willful addiction.
This sounds very unhealthy.
Yes, very.
Sounds like a personal problem. Really and truly.
Use more commas. There are people in life which we pass by on a daily basis, barely aware of their existence, but on an exceptionally rare occasion you can find a person who fills an area inside your little world you didn't even realize needed filling. I want to make a comparison, but I can't even think of anything. My god.
It needs filling.
I was gonna say, phrasing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
As I walked up the creaking stairs into my art class trailer, I could see Abby was sitting at her shared desk. Alone. Same makeup, hairstyle, and general appearance I had thought about repeatedly over the last couple of days. She was drawing pictures on her blue-lined paper, distracting herself from the cold that filled the oddly glowing room. I smiled slightly, trying not to be too obvious, and sat down on my chilled metal chair, positioned a few seats to the left in front of her. Glancing over, I couldn't see if she had moved at all. I felt like she didn't even notice me come in. And that is just an improper use of comma right there. I wanted to inspire some acknowledgement of my existence from Abby, so I opened my mouth to greet her when my fingers brushed up against freshly smeared gum under my desk. Ew. I shouted on impulse.
Ew, what the fuck?
Wow, he really does have men on his mind.
She looked up at me with a blank expression. Bursting into the room came a group of boys. Dude, I think John's done, bro. One of the other boys laughed, saying, "We don't need them for a week. He won't see them for a week at least." I looked at Abby to see she also didn't react to their outbursts. Strangely, knowing that her apathy was generalized and impersonal gave me comfort. Her influence on how I felt was obviously dangerous, but I didn't care, as no matter how fond I was of the idea that I was not of the world, I knew my place had no real interest in pretending otherwise.
So,
What?
No, you have a lot of interest in pretending otherwise, but okay.
So something I want to point out.
You have 2 pages of pretending otherwise, but alright.
Hey, Ians. So,
Hey.
something worth pointing out here. He just went like a whole paragraph telling us about how obsessed with this girl he is, and now he is only just realizing that she's apathetic to everyone. How is he just figuring this out? How long have you been obsessing over her? How much do you actually care about what kind of person she is, and how much do you just want to pork her?
What are the chances that she realized that he's like just been staring at her for a while and was like, I will play dead?
Well, that's how you get away from creepy men. Just play dead.
Yeah.
That's not gonna stop some of them.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was gonna say, yeah, what?
Oh yeah, and don't stalk people. That's
And
also.
yeah, don't stalk people!
Don't touch people and don't touch
I
dead
love
people.
that pause.
We are stupid as shit.
Yes, we are.
So, who wants to hit the next page?
I vote raise.
Swear. I read what Swift said in chat. That's high school for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say an unhealthy interest in a girl based on only her appearance without really knowing anything about her. That's probably one of the most highest teenage things I've seen so far.
Yeah. God. Okay. Jason, one of the boys energetically praising the fight they had just seen, sat in his seat next to Abby. I smirked, watching her shoulders shift away from him. Her body language sent out a loud message that she had the same impression of Jason as I did. He was just another moron, placed on this earth to live his life completely unexamined. A pawn that had no awareness of its own role, let alone that it was just another tiny component within a massive, unstoppably twisted game. I know it sounds morbid and condescending, but my attitude was just something that naturally developed the more I studied human behavior. I would be more optimistic, but I find doing so would be like walking into a room with no windows and turning out the light. If you refuse to see the world around you for what it is, you're just wasting your eyes.
Seriously, what teenager talks like this? Alright, I can see a teenager talking like this, but only if they were the stereotypical emo kid, or if they had gone through serious shit in their life. Serious shit.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay.
I kind of admittedly liked the walking into a room with no windows and turning out the light. That's a good one. That was a good one.
Well,
so sorry it's in this book, but that was a good one.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, but again, the issue is that this is Greg.
Yeah, that's literally every time I think, wow, that was a good one. I remember. Oh no.
So far, I don't feel like I'm reading a character, because the character is supposed to be a high school student, and he's talking it doesn't feel like something a high school student would focus on.
I did.
All this shit, the reason why this doesn't feel like what a high school student would talk about is because of what he's focusing on. He likely wouldn't be talking about, the necessity of life or contemplating human behavior. If he did, it'd be surface level, right? It'd be clear that he didn't actually know what the fuck he was talking about. Kids are stupid. That's nothing against kids. Kids are just fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I would say also that a lot of this feels needlessly cynical in a way that, above all else, even if hypothetically he was right about every assumption, above all else, this is simply not entertaining. This is not fun. This is not interesting enough to continue reading beyond mockery. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I simply I don't find this, even if this was all, like, hitting the nail on the head, it's not fun. It's not entertaining. It's not enjoyable to read. It is not illuminating.
And again, like,
it's just a slog.
All this makes the character feel is pretentious.
It's just a Greg.
It's just a Greg. Yeah.
Art class was about to begin. My teacher, Miss Stanley, who looked like she should have been retired as ridiculous 30 years ago, approached the front of the room talking about how art is sacred. She also discussed the random objects she had us all draw on previous school day, and ironically graded it by using her own narrow-minded definition of art. I always wondered how teachers could even attempt objectively grading art. Is there any logic behind validating form of self-expression using a cold black and white mathematical system?
Can I just say real quick, as someone who is in art school, fuck you sideways, Greg?
Yeah, it's not that public school education of art is awesome, but there are means by which we can analyze and appreciate art further. Do feel analytical, but they might feel colder, they might even feel removed, but they are tools that we have, devised in order to study art, even if it's nebulous, even if it's kind of hard to pin down.
Also, this just makes him come off as really stupid, because he says here that she was discussing like a random object she had them all draw, and then graded up using her own narrow-minded definition of art. Do you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like you were learning about a specific type of art. Like a specific genre of art. Like, I don't know, postmodernism, classical, abstract. Like if you were taking a class learning about Picasso, and you were asked to draw like sort of a surrealist depiction of a random object, and then you handed in a photorealistic picture of that object, like, nice work, but this isn't what I asked for. And I will say, I'm actually good friends with a public school teacher that is an art teacher, and the idea of a teacher, like, I could see this outlook being in a college professor, but a public school teacher, like, if you're
does not need to be.
If you're teaching public school, you're doing it because you want to.
Yeah.
You don't do it for the money, and you don't do it for the prestige.
Because there are none.
Yeah. It's shit money and shit prestige. So the idea of a teacher teaching an art class and then like just not accepting something as art, like, and I'm like, he doesn't even say like, oh well, my art was really good but she denied it anyway. Like, he's basically saying here is, I did a great job but she didn't like what I drew, so it was bad. Like, dude, like, I can't imagine a public school teacher teaching fucking teenagers how to do art to be that stuck up. And if they are, they're an outlier. It's.
So the instructor wasn't. Her attitude towards kids was bad, but her art instruction wasn't bad. And I guess my main thing is that she was not giving us by any means, like, a top tier art education, but here's what she was doing. She was giving us the outlines of, like, how you might analyze art, how you might, like, she was giving us a good starting point to start thinking of art in a certain way, you know?
I'm back.
I'm back.
Does anyone want to be the voice of Miss Stanley?
If no one else will, I will.
Stanley?
I will.
All right, go for
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
Oh wait, where am I?
Page 5.
4.
The, 4th paragraph.
No, page
Oh,
4.
I'm looking at the stream.
Oh, yeah, page 4.
You're at today I'm going to place you with partners.
Okay, what kind of voice should I do?
Just do something stupid.
All right.
That's what we're all doing.
This is what a man baby thinks that stuck up art teachers are like.
Okay, wait. What's the voice of the teacher from Invader Zim?
Oh, God. I mean, I haven't watched
Hang on, I'll get
beyond.
it.
An excellent idea, by the way.
Doom.
Nope. I got the clip.
I'm just gonna be over here singing the Doom song now.
Alright, listen.
Alright.
Oh wait, I don't have it on.
As I was saying,
Oh.
the universe. Today's lecture is about outer space and how it will eventually implode in on itself. As I was saying,
Okay.
the universe is just doomed. Doomed.
Doomed.
Damn. Is that the voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to look at the. Okay. Today, I'm going to place you with partners.
Miss Stanley said as she pulled out sheets of paper outlining our activities to come.
To keep this simple, I'm going to partner you with the person you are currently assigned to share a desk with.
She said.
Revolutionary.
I sighed knowing I was bound to be paired up with Alex, a guy I had specifically asked to be seated away from ever since he peed in a jar literally right next to me under our desk. Acting like it was so cool for publicly exposing himself while simultaneously urinating.
Who does this?
Well, I mean, you kind of have to expose yourself to urinate, don't you? I mean, unless you have extra pants.
I am. Oh my god, that is so funny. You know what? So sorry, Greg. This guy's infinitely cooler for peeing in a jar than you are for
Alright,
doing anything in
You know what?
general.
No. It's not that he's cooler. It's that he's more interesting.
I am infinitely and suddenly way more interested in this.
Why did he do it? How did he get caught? Why was he doing it next to you? What did he do with the jar after he was done? Did he drink it? What happened?
Most importantly, how many inches?
Yeah, so sorry, but that guy, I want to know what he's like. Oh my god. If somebody had the balls to do that, I think I'd open mouth kiss them. That is so fucking funny. Oh, that's terrible.
Turtle Lover. Sorry. Alright, so what you've missed. Absolutely fucking nothing. We learned that the narrator of this is a teenager in high school, is a pretentious asshole who sleeps in a completely white room for no purpose but to torment himself, and goes to school with a guy who pissed under his desk this one time. That's all you missed. We've only gotten 4 pages in, and it's been an hour.
I am obsessed. I really, if anybody, and I mean anybody, wants to get the rights to this book, because I would love to read or watch anything involving this dude who just peed in a jar in the middle of the school day. Obsessed. Pee guy, if you're out there.
And I love how, like, nonchalant this is told.
Also just infinitely more interesting.
No, it was like, Yeah, I asked him to be seated away from him because he peed under his desk. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you lead with that?
I want that to be a true story so
Alright, I'm back. What happened?
A guy peed under his desk.
Oh yeah, I read that part.
I love this. I want to know about that dude so bad.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Swift, I'm making that my headcanon, thank you.
Wait, what did Swift say? I must read this now.
You know, if the book got big enough, it's totally plausible that Onision could like set up like a shop with like things for fans to buy. Like Harry Potter, you can
Be
buy
back again.
like
Oh
Uh,
God, he starts.
wands and stuff. He just packages yellow liquid in a jar and sells it.
No,
As Alex P.
no,
It's the
guys,
new version of Gamer Girl bathwater.
no. It turns out
The
James is a.
superior version. I
It
think you
turns out that James is a fucking idiot, and Alex is actually a very sick young man who has a catheter.
I mean, either way,
Hold on, wait.
Alex, if you're out there, I am extremely single, bro. What the fuck?
Are you sitting next to a kid in a wheelchair?
Great, are you getting pissed? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, please continue.
I think Ray's left. Unless they're back, please.
No, he came back, then he's gone again.
Okay.
Oh my God, no! It keeps going. It keeps going. All right, I'll pick up since Ray's is gone.
I'm so obsessed.
It happened weeks ago, and I still can't figure out what kind of crazy it takes for you to, in the presence of people you barely know, but to have to see on a nearly daily basis, pee in a jar held in your hand beneath the desk in the middle of a classroom. What then? You show it off like you will be praised and accepted as if it were an accomplishment? Alex, despite being borderline mental, was one of my least favorite people to study.
Speak for yourself!
I
Alright,
couldn't
I'm
help.
back. I had to talk to someone.
No.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah, I couldn't help. I heard.
okay. All right. Pick up then.
I couldn't help but feel there was some defect in his mind that invalidated the point of conducting a thorough analysis of him. It was completely irrelevant when considering the realities of normal human behavior.
But
I don't
As I went
care.
off,
I don't care about Abby. Please tell me more about Alex.
all right. You know what? What's interesting here is that I feel like the only people that would be more interested in a normal person than this fucking bad lad would be someone that's a narcissist and a psychopath that needs to study human behavior so they can mimic it.
Yeah. But also, I really want to know about the dude who peed in a jar in the middle of a school day. I want
As I was
stones
off
for
on-
Alex so bad. You're right. You're right. You're right. I definitely do.
As I was off on a tangent in my own mind, I heard a familiar voice ring out, one that inspired the very same emotion you experienced when a song you had forgotten you loved randomly plays in the background of your daily life. I'm not good at voices. I have this one.
All right.
Does anyone want to be...
Who wants to be the love interest?
Oh, well, that's a death sentence.
I nominate Raven.
So
You said that I was muted, and I literally just said, "Oh, I guess I can do it," and then you said that like right after. I said that. Okay.
Yep. So you are all right. So I want you to play this totally straight, and like no matter what she says, she is disgusted by this guy. She thinks he's a loser. No matter what she says, from this point on, she thinks that this guy is a fucking loser. And any
And
time
remember,
that she
his name is Greg.
and no matter what, and no matter
And also his name is Greg.
and no matter what, if she compliments him, it's sarcastic. I want this is your motivation. You hate this guy, you're just going along with it because it's in your contract.
Can I be paired up with Greg?
Her voice was just as I remembered. Despite
Oh my
her having not
God.
spoken in class in some time, she hadn't changed a note. Abby had interrupted the teacher just to partner with me, but I asked myself was it really just to work with me or just to get away from Jason? I feel like I had a stroke reading that.
I did too.
I'm waving smelling salts in front of Ray's face. Get up, get up.
The teacher looking irritated, but
Right,
what, Spaz?
that's the end of the paragraph. And we're on to the next
Oh.
page. Alright, Raven.
That was the part of the
Everyone's read but
paragraph.
you.
I need to be able to see. Okay. I have to do a nasally voice.
You don't have to. Just sound obnoxious.
The the teacher, looking irritated, but understanding Abby's discomfort with Jason, responded. Oh god, I have to do the teacher's voice too.
No. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're a teacher.
Alex and Jason, you'll be partners. James switched seats with Jason. I chose to do all of these voices. Thank you, Abby. Oh god. Can I just read normally?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Abby said with a slight smile. With a cocky grin, Jason stood up and in a comedic fashion smelled his armpit.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
Who's Jason? Not me.
Dean?
You know,
I think
Oh, it's the guy- it's the
surfer
guy
dude
from,
would be good for James.
It's the guy
Yeah,
from
I'll-
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, I'll do James.
Jason.
Wow, dude! I didn't know I smelled that bad.
That was
Jason
better than I
said
could
as he walked
imagine.
over to sit
Radical biological odor coming out of my armpits. I need a
fucking die,
shower.
I want to fucking die.
Same.
Approaching Abby was no doubt a way scarier act in my mind than it was to everyone around me. I felt like my head was burning.
Being
from the
approached by
inside
you
out.
is even scarier. Go on, sorry.
Greg.
Greg.
Nevertheless, I continued to remind myself that her public outcry to partner with me could have meant nothing. I sat down next to her and did all I could not to turn into a complete dork on her. She reached out and grabbed the project outline that was being passed out. Mrs. Stanley began to read the description of the assignment. They probably hear you. What? Well, go get on stream now. Go. Sorry,
Ginger
that was
being
my
Ginger?
roommate. Yes, that's Ginger. and we were
Tell
roommates.
Ginger that
And they were roommates.
tell
God, they
Ginger
were
that she's being a
roommates.
stupid face and needs to get on. Oh, sorry.
His girlfriend asked him to not go onto stream until food got here, so now food's here.
Damn it!
Anyway,
I misgendered someone again. Damn, that list
Love
of
you
Matt.
so much, but it's very much a personal problem.
Matt, at some point, Matt is just going to come out with like this long list of like, and this is why Ryan should be canceled. What?
I'm not gonna do that, but it is very funny to joke about.
No, it'd be amazing if it's like,
me.
we need to cancel Spaz. Like, why would you do this? You're like, but bro, you need a vacation.
Oh no. That's a roundabout way to do it, but yeah.
Okay, where was I?
Oh,
I know. Today, you will both be taking something. Take what? Oh. You will both be taking something meaningful but expendable from your own homes. Miss Stanley looked up and emphasized that you own, and then looked back down at her paper. You will tear those items apart here in class. You will then take those items and using adhesives, staples, and the strings available in class to find a way to create something new out of those possessions. She looked up and said with a low voice, sounding somewhat like Dracula, will become what?
This.
I am obsessed with this teacher. I want her to have only the best in life.
Yeah, like this is a cool idea, but it is simultaneous. Like, I'm just imagining like somebody comes in with an urn, they throw it on the table, like, what was in that urn? Grandpa?
Yeah, this assignment is a recipe for failure. I'm so excited to see how it fails.
Same.
I kind of like the cast of characters that aren't James.
Yeah, so far, like every
Fucking
single
great.
character that isn't James is more interesting than James.
I am so... Listen, Alex Piss Bottle, if you're out there. I am so... I gotta know what happened. Like, that would be instant suspension.
Jason raised his hand, objecting.
Ryan, you're Jason.
Oh. Dude! All due respect, Miss Stanley, I'm not breaking something of mine to this class!
Alex piss bottles and Chad.
I like drinking piss! That's why you did it! Unfortunately, there are actually people that drink their own piss.
Wait, hold on. Ryan, can I put this in chat?
Unisonus!
Shabambu. It's aged urine.
Yeah, I've watched 127 hours.
No, like, there's people that do it because they think it's good for them. And
I know.
Hey, Ryan,
yeah?
can I put that in chat?
Put what?
There's people who pee.
Oh yeah, dude, go for it.
Hi.
There's people that will pee into, like, containers, save it, let it age, and then will, like, put it in their, like, eyes or their, like...
You
injuries.
watch Jeff Holiday, don't you?
Who?
Oh, I thought you watched Jeff Holiday. He's it's a thing.
Yeah, no.
Jeff Holiday does this monthly thing where he highlights videos of people doing stupid shit.
I have heard.
It was Strange Eons.
Highly
I have
recommend.
heard of people making like essentially piss kombucha, and I'm like, stop, I hate it.
Anyway, where am I? She replied, putting her hands to her lips, or hands on her lips. That's my Jason. Fuck. I don't know what that voice was.
You good?
No, I'm not. We'll supply you with the toilet paper rolls. We have plenty of extras around here.
Do not waste that stuff, yo.
You
Jason,
absolutely a public school. You don't have anything extra from the bathroom.
Well, I mean,
especially during COVID.
I actually no. My school had plenty of toilet paper. It's just that the toilet paper was so bad that there was
They gave me raw wood chips.
Yeah, no. There was an urban legend at my high school that the woodshop teacher ran out of sandpaper, so he went to the bathroom and I used the toilet paper instead.
I mean, yeah. And they're like, we got new turf for the football field, and you're like, there is a sink in the girls' bathroom that has not worked in the entirety.
At my school, it's like we got a new high-tech turf that won't require us to water it or cut it or anything. It is the top of the line, most up-to-date AstroTurf you can get. So the theater, you know, that place with the seats and the stage, hasn't been renovated since the 70s, and some of the seats no longer have cushions on them. And it looks like somebody puked the 70s colors onto the seats. Can you fix that? Another renovation to the stadium.
We got new lights that won't that flash a bunch of different colors to give people seizures. It's pretty epic. And I'm like, yeah, this stall does not. There is only one stall in the E-Hall bathroom with a lock on it. Yeah, that's a you problem.
Actually, no. At basically at my school and basically everywhere around my school, that was the story for every men's bathroom, and every woman's bathroom had like everything taken care of.
That literally, unfortunately, Nish did not. Everybody's bathroom was shit. Everybody's bathroom was terrible. We had also this terrifying in light of COVID ordeal where for chemistry we took a swab of anywhere in the school and let it grow on a petri dish.
Oh no!
Oh my god, the sink. Oh my god, the water fountains.
Yes, Swift, I did post that on Twitter once. Thank you for reminding me.
What did you do?
Just
AstroTurf.
Ow!
Yeah, that pun was pretty bad. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no,
Jason
my foot slammed into the wall.
Suddenly looked disturbed.
Oh, it wasn't a knife?
Not this
Hello.
time.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
I'm finally here, my
Another
Bender!
kind of suffering.
life did not want to make it easy, but I'm finally fucking here for real. Where
About
am I?
time, you sexy beast!
I know!
Hey, God turned on the fire alarm in my dormitory complex just so I wouldn't have to read this.
Sage, you missed Alex's piss bottle.
Alex's piss Christ. That's what he should make. He should make piss Christ. You know, screaming piss Christ in my very Catholic home is probably not an excellent idea.
No, keep going. We need to get to Miss Stan. Actually, no. The teacher from Invader Zim is actually the perfect voice for this. Keep going, Raze.
Okay, wait, first, where are we?
Raven.
Jason suddenly looked disturbed.
Because on this PDF, I actually can tell what page we're on.
Yeah,
We are on
Page 6.
Page 6, okay.
Oh yeah.
I didn't miss much then. Alright.
Okay,
Jeez.
Raze, continue on.
I am you now. Do I have to talk like you too? I'm
You can
joking. I'm joking.
try.
I'm joking. I'm joking. It just moved. Jason suddenly looked disturbed and sarcastically spouted.
Fucking great!
Mrs.
Wait.
Stanley asked, "Oh my god, this is confusing. Separate the dialogue with different
Buddy.
No, no, no. This is fucking beast mode. Read it. Read it.
Oh no! I just read ahead. Okay. Are you sure? Your grade shouldn't suffer that much if you just take Alex's piss jar and tape it to a toilet paper roll. You're already failing this class.
What did Alex do to deserve that?
Couldn't believe what she had just said, and Alex maintained an awkward, frozen facial expression with his mouth slightly open and his normal widow's somewhat robotic fashion.
Greg, I know this is literally your character, but I disagree. I think Alex would be very stoked that they brought up his masterpiece piss jar in class.
Actually, Alex is actually doing very well in this class. He's a performance artist.
Yeah. And you know what? He's already got my fucking attention.
Yeah, Alex, you pissed in class. You are a sexual deviant. Embrace it.
And
Okay. Oh my god. Abby whispered under her breath with a slight smirk. I grinned uncontrollably. Just seeing her amused was amazing to me. Oh, he's just jerking off right now because she smiled
He's
slightly.
jerking off into his cum jar.
get in the bottle.
Oh my god! I could hear a scream in the back of my head, reminding me my dorkiness and borderline obsession was escaping through my face.
Yeah,
Ripping
no.
through it.
Cross out the dorkiness because nothing about you is dorky. The obsessive part, yeah, there it is. You got it. You did it.
You know what they call people? Do you know what people call people that are really obsessed with like TV shows and know a ton about it? Dorks. Do you know what they call that when it's about people? Fucking creepy.
Yeah, they call it weird as shit.
No. Alex just has a piss jar. Gregory has a cum jar. Definitely.
Okay.
R.I.P. to Rainbow Dash.
It's not that I couldn't help being in awe of Abby and basically every little thing she did. I simply didn't want to change how I felt. In a way,
What?
she was like your favorite song or book. You couldn't pretend not to like it, and in time, with the right mental coaching, maybe you would sincerely dislike it. I'm so confused.
What?
What's he saying?
Shut the fuck up.
But life just felt so much better, embracing your condition entirely, letting all your nerdy admiration flow freely, just flapping in the wind.
Excellent.
I know one thing he's letting flow freely.
Oh!
His restraining order!
Miss Stanley continued. If there's anyone else who has an issue, please take it up with my 1-800 number, which is
1-875-309
800-588
238.
Not an ad could
When
be
you've
an
got
ad.
a structured settlement and you need cash now, call JG with 877 cash now!
What?
Guys, when we get to the 1-800 boo-hoo, we need everyone to just mumble it unenthusiastically at the same time, okay?
Yep.
For maximum effect. She put her hand up into the air, signaling the students to react, but only a couple kids replied aloud with her catchphrase.
1-800-boo-hoo.
They mumbled.
This is a terrible teacher, by the way.
Yeah. What kind of teacher does this?
Oh,
The art
Sage,
teacher.
Sage.
Hmm?
Remember?
What? Fuck off!
What?
Our old teacher had this way, like she would tell us to be quiet.
Oh my
and she would
god!
clap like that.
She had a little clap pattern, and I still have fucking gut reaction to it.
No. I had teachers that did that too, where we and then you had to repeat the clap back to them.
Except
Yeah.
it was 2 claps and then 3.
Yeah, it was a really specific pattern, so anyone that's ever been in one of her classes will have, like, a gut jerk whenever they hear it, like...
She also told my sister to not hug Ginger because it was making the other kids feel left out.
Stupid.
Thanks
Very
for that.
high school experience.
Oh, thanks
This
for that,
was
Swift.
elementary school!
Oh
This was Christian elementary school.
Oh no!
Our science books included rhetoric to deflect atheistic evolutionary arguments.
Lame! What the fuck?
Entire semesters were spent with just brainwashing us with anti-evolution sentiments.
And then one of you came out as trans. That worked great.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, but none of the people there actually know about it. To be fair, I wasn't the first one to come out as trans out of there, actually. There might have been others before us, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm
love
not gonna
when
name
Catholic
names.
schools-
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
I'm
Ginger.
Name names, but someone me and Summer were friends with came out as trans way before us.
Hey, Ginger. Look
Huh.
look in general chat.
Give me a second. I have to actually...
I was just waiting for something else.
Fuck off!
But yeah, it's funny because, like, there's, like, 3, including me, people that are now, like, trans.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, trans to, like, I'm not female to male, but I'm non-binary.
Non-binary,
so... It would be
That
kind of funny
funky
to go
cool in
back
between.
there and, like, hold hands and we're just like, hey, I'm... just freak everyone out. But yeah, anyway.
I don't know,
Use
guys.
the drive.
I have to say, the existence of Onision kind of puts evolution into question.
Yeah, how did we get this far and still ended up with this?
It also puts God into question. I'm pretty sure, like, Greg is the ultimate evidence of pure nihilism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Summer, do you remember, like, driving by the old school that was actually a church but we'll always see it as a school and being like, haha, what if we went in there and pretended to be dating, like, as a joke, ha?
Yep. They would all have
Piss
heart
off all
attacks
of
and
them.
die.
Yeah.
Okay.
That reminds me though of like just Catholic school in general. Jesus Christ. Fucking
Okay.
hated it. Go
I'm
on.
almost
Also,
done
I
with this.
believe-
I want to
I
get my
believe-
page done.
Okay.
Wait, what were you saying first?
Well, actually, I was about to accidentally say people's names, so it's good that you cut me off.
Okay, good. Now the rest of the class, please work with your partner on what you plan to bring and draw up a prototype sketch of what you feel your final piece of art will look like. Miss Stanley walked to the back of her room and sat down in her 1950s. I can't see the rest of the thing, but I'm done. Done.
1950s
Can-
looking rust-infested desk.
Ah, okay.
No art teacher acts like this. I'm fairly certain. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
No art teacher does. Definitely no art teacher. Now, I did have like a pretty shitty art teacher in public school, but the Catholic school one was pretty nice.
So,
Like, there are teachers that act like this, but not art teachers.
Not usually art teachers, and also
Oh,
like
that
I
is-
don't know.
I just realized what teacher this one reminds me of. It reminds me of my 8th grade science teacher.
Mm.
He threw objects at students.
What the fuck?
no, my one of my math teachers in I think the like 7th grade would throw markers at people.
My
Yeah,
sister.
this guy threw markers, staplers,
That's
books sometimes,
definitely
like,
fucking
little
illegal.
rubber
What the
ball.
fuck?
Yeah,
oh,
you
my-
can't do
He
that.
never, the only time he hit someone was when they either weren't paying attention with a marker or with the rubber ball.
My
That's still fucking illegal.
alright, my history teacher in the 8th grade, Mr. Hollander, was a fucking beast. He in order to help highlight the surgery in the Civil War, he actually had like a surgeon costume from the Civil War, and he actually had a student volunteer, and he'd like perform surgery, like he'd perform surgery as we came out, and once we came out, he'd start talking to us about it. And as we left, he'd resume the surgery, and he had a little blood pouch, and it would start squirting up fake blood from the volunteer.
Oh my god.
That's
I was waiting
amazing.
for you to say that he actually cut off the guy's arm.
I thought I didn't do that.
Yeah,
So turtle. Shut
like, That's basically what they did on the set of Alien.
That reminds me of the science teacher that let us do lightsaber battles with like old lights from the ceiling. Like,
Oh, that's
Ginger,
fun.
could
Can I
you
just-
could you pick up to page 7?
Also, real quick,
Yes.
Swift, I just wanna say a response to your previous question. You're trying to win an Oscar?
That's why
what?
that's why Swift threw a chair.
Oh, I was definitely. That is context.
No, my teacher never amputated students while we were watching.
My sister did have like an actual, the teachers that you hope you never get. Like her science teacher would like tell her how pretty she was as she was leaving the classroom, and then it turned out in the end he was doing something with like another student.
Ugh.
that was not
That's
fun.
horrifying.
What the fuck?
I know,
That's-
right?
Hey, little girl, how would you like to help me commit a felony?
Anyway, let's continue.
Holy fuck.
To be clear, that's the same Summer's sister that I was best friends with who got yelled at for hugging me.
And of course, this happened in a Catholic school, right?
Well, it wasn't
no,
even
it
that,
wasn't
was
Catholic.
At
It was,
City.
yeah.
Okay, it was
So-
like
The teacher
In-
thing happened at a public school. The other stories we're talking about with the Christian school, it was not the same as a Catholic school. It was actually run inside of a regular Protestant church with like random family members as the teachers.
Yeah, that was
It's
the
funny.
case for us too.
the
That-
same teacher that yelled at my sister for hugging Ginger was like had so many kids that were like her favorites because she was related to them.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the thing I was going to mention. I can't say any actual names, but I can still recite the last names, and I can still recite the first names of this one family that was all boys, and they all had the same first letter of their name. But like, I
had one
90% of
of
that school was
too.
all one family.
There was one of those. Did we go to the same crowd? No, we didn't.
Guys, we can discuss that later. Ginger,
Wait, one more
This topic is just so interesting. This is entertaining to our fans. Chat, rise up.
one more. The entire graduating senior class was 2 kids. Okay, now let's go.
So there was a different entire graduating class that was your brother, Summer, and no one else.
Okay, let's just keep going.
Oh, alright, if your brother didn't get his diploma and say, I'd like to thank the Academy when he got it, I would be very disappointed.
No, but they did have a lightsaber battle while he was going up the aisle.
That's
Okay.
actually pretty cool. Alright, go on.
Mrs. Stanley walked to the back of her room and sat down at her 1950s looking rust-infested desk. Yes, the rust is a sentient hive mind, do not question it. I would always laugh internally when I looked at the old thing. Maybe it was my way of coping with the fact I attended one of the most rundown schools of the state. That's right, you're an inner city kid.
Is this Ohio?
Feels like it. There is a Lakewood in Ohio.
What
It's
are
suburb of
you
Cleveland.
going... Wait, okay, this is Abby? Abby, the most desirable girl of all time. Okay.
Wait, Raven. Oh, and by the way, Ginger, you weren't here. So the motivation for Abby is that everything she says to James must be said with the utmost repulsion, and if she ever compliments him, it must be said as if it was sarcastic. And the only reason why she's being nice to him at all is because she's contractually obligated.
Okay, so the most beautiful, desirable girl in the world who is also contractually obligated to like this guy. I can do contractually obligated femininity.
Well, no.
Same.
Matt got it, that's all I wanted.
No, Raven was. Raven, did you want to keep doing, Abby?
Yes,
Okay.
I also want to let you know, I decided in my head that anytime she has to say Greg's name, she's like, dry heaves before saying it.
I cannot wait to hear this.
Oh, you're gonna see it. It's coming up.
Is it the what are you going to
Yep.
bring?
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you going to bring? Greg.
Beautiful.
Abby asked. It was amazing hearing my name pass her lips.
That's not the only thing that almost passed her lips.
But I had no time to think. If I didn't respond right away, she would think I was totally awkward. Is anyone else doing this voice, or should I go for it?
You're alone.
No,
I'm
Matt,
all
Matt,
alone.
weren't you doing? Matt, you.
I'm not doing a voice, but I can.
I mean, you did the. You need to like most obnoxious. I know. It needs to be the most like what a really stupid, selfish person thinks sounds cool.
Like.
I have no idea.
No, that
I
was perfect.
responded. Smiling, she said.
I'm going to bring my hamster cage.
I asked.
Did he die or something?
She
No, the hamster's
laughed.
gonna be included in it.
No, I never got one. The cage was a gift from my dad.
Whose dad does that?
That is kind of a funny anecdote that, like, the idea of this dad, like, either just forgetting or something.
All right,
There's
again,
the hamster cage.
every character is more interesting than Greg's self-insert.
Yeah. If you cut him out, I'd be like, yeah, this is a pretty funny melodramatic drama. Did your dad didn't get you a hamster for the cage?
I asked. She paused and started to lose her smile. At the first sign of her smile fading, I felt a crushing pressure in my chest. It felt like an elephant. Get me to the ER immediately.
Oh my god, girl, frown at me! Ah!
Hopefully you can find something that will work with that.
She said.
Yeah?
I couldn't help but feel like a total jerk.
You are.
Despite not even knowing what I did wrong, I am the world's most ignorant man.
Not
And
to be that
that's
person,
saying
but-
something.
Can we tally how many people think her dad is sexually abusing her?
Oh no, I hope not.
You know it is. It's Greg.
Greg, no.
You know it.
No.
I
I
already watched. I already watched the Strange Aeons recap, so I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to put my 2 cents in.
Oh God, Greg, no.
You know it is. I'm sorry.
I don't have enough booze for this. Okay, keep going.
I had the overwhelming urge to fix how she felt, so I took a gamble.
Wait. If he's a sexual deviant, I think I know where the hamster went.
Oh my
Oh
god.
fuck
Oh,
no!
shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Leave!
No. Get out. Leave.
I hate you. I control you.
There you go, little minion.
I will inhale just enough of your soul.
No, Matt. No, Matt. No. Matt.
No, it's okay. Her dad's just gonna shoot him out of his butt like a cannon.
No!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
That genuinely hurt my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Ryan.
Rip headphone users posthumously.
Ryan filled me with rage.
Yeah.
I'm good at
Okay.
that.
I killed people, Ryan. That's.
God is dead. We killed him.
I killed him personally.
Okay, I think it is Greg's line
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Well, I could always bring that weird vibrating thing my mom hides in her drawers all wrapped up in a cloth.
I said. She busted out laughing
That-
hysterically as a huge grin filled my face. I was so happy I could get her to smile again. Ew. Oh, Greg. She continued to laugh and not gag as the extent of my grin began to stress my cheeks. I couldn't remember a time when I was this obvious about how I felt.
God, no,
Abby's
Stephen, I will
laughing.
Never do this again.
Abby's laughing trailed off. She definitely didn't just run out of gagging, and she paused. Turning to me, she said,
You didn't actually. Your mom's.
Oh, cool. He
I-
has 2 moms. That's progressive.
I responded,
No, I don't have 2 moms. No, I wouldn't know about that, but I'm glad it made you laugh.
She responded, returning to a soft laugh.
You're more goofy than I thought, Greg.
I sat next to her, looking at my fingers interlaced in front of me. My wide smile relaxed, but still filled my cheeks with warmth. As class came to a close, Abby patted me on my arm. I turned, and she handed me a note. Instinctively, I put it in my pocket and said,
We will see you tomorrow, babe.
She just smiled and walked away. On my way to
Ran.
the next class, I opened the note. I didn't understand why, but it read, "Nice one spelled wrong."
Nizen.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Nizen.
I'm not gonna try to.
Nisione.
Oh no, it's a
Definitely not
metaphor.
Onision.
Nisioni.
Nisioni! You've heard of ravioli.
You've heard of Onision.
Together they make Nisione.
Not knowing what to make of it, and with little time, I stuffed it back in my pocket to look over later. Not feeling like skating home, I got on the bus to see all the normal rejects and misfits waiting. Davis, a short and scrawny kid who had been my best friend since middle school despite being one grade behind me, excitedly waved me over.
Oh no, this character.
Yeah.
So this character is apparently based on an actual person.
Oh no.
Not to be that person, but no, it isn't. No, I sincerely doubt that is just. No, I doubt it.
Either Greg was nice enough to befriend someone who has special needs, which I don't believe because Onision is Onision, or he's not presenting the person as they were in life.
So I'm imagining Davis should be voiced as if he is totally brainwashed, like hypnotized into worshiping Greg.
That's a good one.
I could try for that.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right now.
James, nice to see you.
Oh my god.
He
Oh,
said,
Davis.
he said in seemingly the dorkiest way possible. I smiled as he stood up, giving me the window seat, knowing very well by then that I preferred it.
It's all yours, buddy.
As I sat down, I began looking out the window, analyzing the little humans running left and right to get on their buses. Something reached out and caught the corner of my eye.
Oh!
Ouch.
Ow!
Ow.
You're like a bitch.
There's only 2 syllables left on this page, so whoever's reading the next page can probably pick up from there.
I'm.
Yeah?
I am!
He is.
Next page.
Alright, I guess I'm up. I immediately shifted my head to see what it was, and quickly realized it was Abby, standing in the parking lot by some beat-up sedan. What you looking at, person? Davis asked without hesitation. I began to respond.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
it's
my God,
Abby.
it is fun.
She's my art. My heart sank as I witnessed a boy I barely knew, named Seth, walk up and kiss Abby on the lips. Master? Davis said, but by that point his voice was a faint echo. In the darkness, my mind instantaneously lost itself in. I felt like after a life of numbness, I was finally about to feel true warmth for the first time, only to have it taken away in an instant, leaving me hopeless in shadows in cell once again. Seriously, this is some incel crap right here.
I am
It absolutely
euphoric.
is.
Not because of any phony god's blessing, but because Abby, look at me.
I actually need to go do something, so
Ah.
have a good rest of the
Aw.
Alright.
stream, guys.
Bye, Rays.
Bye.
We'll miss you!
Help. Free me. God damn it.
Alright.
I mean, you're allowed to leave.
I know, I'm joking.
Um.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's a big pet peeve of mine. Like them having one person's like dialogue and then not putting anything between the next person's dialogue. It's just
Yes.
All right.
It's also a pet peeve of mine that when the I don't know what you call it, but when like so it'll say I said and then it'll have Greg's dialogue, which pisses me off because in my head it's like the other way around.
yeah, same.
Oh.
But I don't really have I don't
All right.
I've been known to write it both ways, but there's always like white space. Like I put it on a different paragraph when a different person
Yep.
speaks, so it's not confusing.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just confusing. I just assume that the response that came prior was from that character, even though like I mean
Mhm.
logically it should be easier to like prepare for a character's voice.
I looked down at my knees, feeling as if I had lost all muscle control in my neck.
Yeah.
Are you
Of course you have.
okay? Davis asked. I responded with hesitation. I'm just not
Hey,
getting.
this is Matt's part.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you, Matt? Do you want to keep being him?
Yeah.
All right, just let me leave this one bit, just this one line.
Okay.
I'm just not getting laid. No, you're not. You're one of the coolest guys I know.
It's cool to be a virgin.
I should know. I removed my testicles for you, Master.
Oh my god, I hate this. Like I.
Don't put that on no one.
Yeah, I will say, Turtleover has a point. Like, the story around James is interesting, but whenever James gets involved, it stops being interesting. It's so like I can't think of another time when I encountered a character that was like the main character that was like this dull and uninteresting compared to everyone around them.
You have no idea. I don't even know. I know it's because like the main character is such a drag to like listen to but like I also on some level feel that Piss Alex is legitimately like unfathomably more interesting than Greg.
His real all right. James is basically Greg the author's self-insert. When James is speaking, it's a like because like I have
it's effectively Greg.
I have a general idea of what Greg believes and how he talks. Like it's just Greg. It is literally just Onision. When James is speaking, it is the author speaking through the character. It is a self-insert.
Okay, so just to check, you independently decided that we were going to replace James' name with Greg in this, right? Like, you decided that without any external influence?
No, I'm doing it because I can't get it out of my head since Aeons did it.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about the entire time.
But,
and just to be clear, the reason, the big difference between Empress Teresa being a Mary Sue and this character being a self-insert. Now, Mary Sue's in general are generally self-inserts. The difference between this and Empress Teresa is that Empress Teresa was the girl that the author not necessarily wanted to be, but wanted girls to emulate. Like, it was like the perfect young woman. Like, that is what people should, like, they were...
Like, you know how, like, we kind of had to, like... We kind of had to do some logical leaps to say Empress Teresa was a self-insert, or at least her husband was the self-insert.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a role model.
It takes logical leaps to say that this isn't a self-insert.
Yeah, like if you know, I don't do this. Do not give Onision's videos a watch time. Don't.
Plenty of drama channels will let you take that in as a third party, and it's much more tolerable anyway.
But if you pay attention to like how he talks, like he's put out tons of videos reminiscing on like philosophy and bullshit he doesn't know anything about. But like going by like whenever James in the book starts going on and on about you know, like talking about philosophy or how people like how he watches people and doesn't really understand, like, the way he talks to other
Mhm.
people. It's fucking Greg. It is the author. Like,
Yep.
of course, the author's voice is going to kind of weave its way into a story they write, but like James.
There's no attempt at actually creating a character here. Is the point.
Oh God, yeah, no. That's how he got famous. Gregory Onision. I did this whole preamble at the start of the stream. Like, he got famous off of a stupid video where he screams, "I'm a banana" in a banana suit over and over, and it went viral. And since then, like, he posts comedy sketches. He's done blackface. He's mocked rape survivors.
One of these things is not like the other.
He's harassed a person with an eating disorder frequently,
Oh, that's
while
wonderful.
also framing it like he's like being very righteous and saving them.
He's rated the attractiveness of the bodies of under 18-year-old girls on his channel.
I saw that.
I know one thing
I
he
heard
did-
about it. I didn't watch any of the videos for obvious reasons.
He
Yeah, no.
destroyed habitat that only specific creatures
Yeah.
can live in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He is a shit human being.
Dog life.
If again, if you want a very good deep dive into the guy behind this, look into Cecil McFly's video.
I'll put
Or
in-
Cecil McFly, yeah, Cecil McFly, Repsion, Mr. Repsion, if like, just any drama channel at this point has probably covered him at some point. Cecil
When you put up the VOD on YouTube, you should put a little like info thingy at the top with a link to the video. Integration.
But yeah, Cecil McFly is who you should go to if you want a good deep dive. But Onision is an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, he is.
And which is the reason why I had to look for a free copy online, because I refuse to give this guy money. And
Don't we always do a free copy online? When have we ever paid for any of the things we read?
I mean, I would pay if I can't find a free copy, I might pay for it. But if I was unable to find a free copy of this book, I would not pay for it, period. Like, Empress
Yeah.
Teresa, if I couldn't find a free copy, I would have bought that.
Fair.
Not this, though.
Yeah. Onision is literally evil.
Yeah, here's the thing is that, like, the most infuriating thing about him, and the part that always, like, fucks me up, is that he does the most infuriating, immoral shit, and then he will always, like, say, or, like, try to play it from a perspective of, not only was it very moral and very righteous of me to do that terrible shit that I just did, but you're welcome. And it's like, like, I don't even like interacting with his content in any way, shape, or fucking form, because he is just so infuriating to behold.
This is different though because we're viciously mocking it and having
Yeah.
fun with friends.
Yeah, this is tolerable, but, like, it's still a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're
It's so much a lot that our tangents have gotten even longer so that we can avoid reading the actual thing
Yeah.
that we're here to read.
Okay, Davis replied, "I continue my silence as he offered words of encouragement." Okie dokie then. Well, you're awesome and should be super happy. So if you want to talk, I'm your slave. So I'm
I can
here to
go
talk.
anywhere.
I was too focused on the conflict raging in my mind to hear anyone at that point. I couldn't think about anything but Seth kissing Abby the entire trip home. I must be the one inside her mouth hole.
I am loving that we have undeservedly upgraded Greg from a regular evil person to, like, a mad scientist. I feel like it's better than what he deserves, but my god, is it much more fun to read.
That night, my mother was literally just serving lentil beans she prepared on her crock pot for the billionth time. A fair exaggeration, but still.
I just remembered that clip of Straight Child's going, "Hello, son, would you like some lentils?"
It was excessive, to say the least. My sister was behaving as she usually did at the dinner table, talking about how stupid she thought school was, and how she couldn't wait for college.
How is work, Mom?
I asked, trying to keep my mind off the haunting images looping in my mind.
Yeah? No loop?
Well,
I think that's a you problem.
well, no one at work respects me or listens to me. I generally can't stand it.
Wait, can I voice the mom? Can I voice the mom?
Yeah, go for it.
MILF time, okay. Well, no one at work respects me or listens to me, and I generally can't stand it. But, you know, we still have food on the table.
He said with a stern tone. My sister barked as food flew out of her mouth.
My sister is a literal dog.
Hello,
Why is the dog
yes,
sitting
this
at
is
the
Dog.
table, Mom?
She's a food-breathing dragon.
Well, at least it's not high school. I'm learning how to be a successful person from a bunch of low-income losers.
Hello? Okay.
Wait,
Glasses
wait, who's talking? Oh,
glasses
no.
are
I'm sorry. That was supposed to be Matt, but I'm pretty sure that the way I read it is actually accurate to the way he should have sounded.
No, I think it is the sister.
Yeah, that's the sister.
Oh, okay.
It's still weird because it sounds exactly like Greg, so I absolutely understand.
My mom replied.
Okay, I feel like my reading of the mom is super generic. Should I go with super strict mom or just like porn MILF?
Porn
Porn
milf.
MILF, porn MILF, porn MILF.
Okay.
Ham it up.
Whatever your teachers are, they have full-time jobs, which is more than a lot of people can say, myself included.
Oh my god, it's the nurse from Nyan Nikush.
I want someone to fix my plumbing. And it's like, yeah, I know, Mom, that we haven't been able to flush the toilet in weeks.
Someone needs to fix my plumbing, and I don't have any money.
Well, we do.
It's okay, I have door insurance.
It's like, but I don't have any money. Well, luckily for you, man, we do have a credit offering, so you can pay in installments.
I will never be employed. Is there any other way a poor, lonely housewife can ever repay you?
Check? Yeah, we do checks too.
My bank account is dry, but you know what isn't dry?
Well, yeah, your sink. That's what I'm trying to fix.
My sink is just so leaky.
Oh no, guys, Alex is plowing Greg's mom.
Oh, hell yes! Good
I
for
literally
him.
just fell over.
Good for him. My fucking god. Good for him.
My mom gave my sister Lisa a disappointed look. Lisa was well known for showing little respect for hardworking people.
You should respect anybody, Greg. I don't know if it should be...
I do want to point out that whenever he spoke of the teachers in the previous pages, it was always disrespectful.
Yeah, but now it's very rude of his sister to be doing the exact same shit.
To her, it didn't matter how much you gave back to society. It only mattered how much money you made. After the rerun of lentil soup, I washed the dishes per my mother's instructions and headed to the shower. I sat on the...
Calling leftovers a rerun is objectively really fucking funny.
I sat on the floor of the tub, thinking about Abby, barely feeling the water as it hit my chest. Now I'm just imagining him just like sadly sitting in the tub with the shower on, just like kind of slumped over as it goes down.
Like that one part of
wait,
Into the
okay.
Spider-Verse.
Hold on, I'm caught on something. In what position would one sit in this tub so that the water hits your chest?
He's
Well,
like
I
back.
have more chest than most people, and I'm not sure I would be able to
No.
do that.
So he's in the shower, right? And he turns it on and he lays down because it's like a shower tub combo. And he's laying back and the water's just hitting him. And he's laying there as the cold water hits him. And he's just thinking to himself, "I want to get laid."
Let him
Okay,
drown.
but like if you lay like that, I mean, I guess it depends on what size your tub is. But I feel like inevitably it'll be difficult to think because of all the water splashing up into your nose.
I mean, if you angled it right.
So he just goes in there and fiddles with the shower. He's
I-
like depressed, he's moody, he goes in,
Either way.
he does complex adjustments of the shower head to make it just moody enough.
He has
Either
one.
way, this is a lot of prep time to just sit there.
Alright. Oh yeah.
After the rerun of Limp
Oh yeah. No.
No.
I was so consumed with what I had seen that I had completely forgotten the note until that moment. I quickly reached it over to my pants, resting on the toilet.
Yeah.
Toilet? Like a towelette or like a toilet? Like
Hang on.
a small pocket-sized toilet that you can
You
take
take
with you
for
to the
baby shit.
restaurant.
Okay.
He
All right,
can baby shit. That's why he doesn't like Piss Alex. Of John, not the
guys.
toilet.
It is a date. It is a It is a noun, and it is the process of washing oneself, dressing, and attending to one's appearance.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
I
it's a
failed step
verb.
one.
It's a verb. He just set his pants on top of the concept of dressing himself.
No,
I see
no.
how
It
goes.
is a noun. Use in a sentence. It's Emily got up to begin her morning toilet. And
Okay.
it's dated language. No, it's not. It's
Okay.
toilette. Sorry,
Okay,
it's toilet.
So it's not a verb, but he still just stacked his pants on top of the ephemeral concept of dressing himself.
Yes.
Of a routine. I place my clothes on my morning routine. Yeah? This is a hell of a get ready with me. We're already dealing with existentialism.
I had hoped I read it wrong the first time. That it makes some sense with a second look, only to see it read exactly what I gather in my initial passing glance. Unfortunately,
That's how I felt about the word toilet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was in the shower, so the note got all soggy and I lost
Yeah,
it.
what? Nice
It's
one.
okay, because all of the hours that he spent tinkering with the shower head have made the emo-ness. Like, it's at the right angle to be emo without ever getting anything wet.
Oh, okay, so useless.
Yes, correct.
I joked with the
It's
idea.
a special effect. He added the water in post.
I joked with the idea in my head that she handed to me with the wrong note, but I still assumed it wasn't a failed attempt to say nice one, which could be taken as a compliment if you were desperate enough. Seconds into looking at the note, my eyes widened. Having figured out what it meant, I jumped to my feet and screamed, "Yeah!" I had cracked it, only to immediately feel completely stupid for having figured it out sooner.
Okay. Whose turn is this page?
Matt.
Oh, fuck. My mom screams through the door from her bedroom. What? Oh, sorry.
I think that's the mom talking, but it's not clear.
I know, but I just went to scream, what?
What? Okay!
Okay, but this is a porn star, so it's more like, what?
Not now, mother! The shoot's later.
Oh my god.
Damn, step fantasy porn! They're moving the actors in together.
It's okay, Greg, you were adopted.
Oh no. I responded, sorry, nothing. I hurried to finish showering. Staring at my phone, wearing only a towel, I smiled as I typed in Niseone, or 6'7". Nisione, or 6'7" 36663.
God, I hope that's not someone's real phone number.
We should
I mean,
definitely not try and find out.
It objectively is, but because he didn't add the area code, it's legal.
Yeah.
Did you make it so that Greg is disgusted by himself?
I mean, wouldn't
No,
you be?
I just wanted to do the.
He's a
That was
bratty
the beginning.
rich kid. He's a bratty rich kid who goes to an inner city school inexplicably.
Wait, when was this written? Hang on. Wait, alright, this is from 2015. Like, okay, I know that, like, technically smartphones do kind of have number keys, but, I mean...
Why would I didn't know the number key. I still don't really know the number keys as an adult.
Okay, well that teacher probably wasn't paying attention. Hold on. Yeah, the letters, at least on my phone, the letters are there next to the numbers.
Well, no,
So
like...
maybe...
Well, no, like, the reason I say it's weird to say number keys, because now I'm just imagining he has a flip phone.
He probably does.
Yeah.
He's a total hipster, right? So he thinks that smartphones are too cosmopolitan.
Okay, look,
He thinks
when
that
even...
smartphones...
Alright, dude, when even...
He thinks that smartphones are for the degenerates.
Alright, look, dude, when even homeless people have smartphones, you got no reason to complain.
Yeah, exactly. Homeless people have smartphones. I don't want to be associated with them. That's what Greg is saying.
That very much would be a Greg quote.
Even though he pretended to be homeless.
Oh yeah, he did do that,
that's
didn't he?
Right.
He's like, I'm in a tent right now because of you guys. And then later he's like, it was set up in my living room.
Wow, you're such an idiot believing the things that I told you, but also nobody believed the things that I told you. Okay, I assumed we shared the same area code, otherwise she likely would have given me a longer sequence of letters, and I was right. After 2 rings, I got an answer. Any volunteers, or is this just my beautiful pipes?
Wait, which one is this?
Who wants
Oh,
to be
wait,
a
no, it's-
disgruntled
I'm-
man?
Boy howdy would I.
Disgruntled man?
I'm
Done and
already
done.
disgruntled.
Yeah, done and done.
Wait. Where are we right now?
Page 9 in the PDF.
Page 8, according to the little number at the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the one starting with what do you want?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
A disgruntled man's voice asked. Like a bad engine struggling to start in a monster movie, I clumsily belted out a response. I was looking for... An unenthusiastic female voice in the background said.
I think that's Abby.
Yeah, it is Abby, but I ain't
Oh.
Abby.
Give me the phone.
Give me the
Oh.
fucking phone. Whatever. No, that's disgruntled man.
Whatever.
Yeah. He said, dropping the phone in front of her. How could you
How
tell?
could you possibly know that from this?
No, I'm just imagining that, like, he hears the phone like hit the ground and clamor and shit.
He's
And
like,
then
"Oh,
the disgruntled man says directly into the phone, I've dropped the phone to you, Abby.
Hello? Oh, that's Abby still.
Oh.
God damn it.
Okay, how do I sound disgusted? Hello? Hello?
I can recognize
Wait,
the
no,
voice
you
now.
don't know it's him yet, so actually sound excited.
Oh, okay. Hello?
I can recognize the voice now. It was Abby. Trying to hide my excitement by maintaining a normal tone, I said, "This is James?" Abby excitedly, quotation mark, close quotation, screamed and responded.
Oh my god, how did you find out what my number was? You figured it out? Oh no!
The note I handed you was a nice one, spelled incorrectly, because I knew it would bother you. How the fuck did you figure out my phone number?
Why are you calling me now?
And then he's like, I figured out the puzzle. The characters corresponded to numbers. It's like, wait, what? Wait, let's see. 6. Oh, god damn it!
Hearing her optimistic tone, I laughed, saying, so, why? She interrupted.
I was going to find out if you were figured out with what you're bringing to art class.
Okay, hang on. If this
Yeah.
is about class, then why didn't she just write her number down normally?
Because
She
she
really
really
wants to
doesn't want a
fail.
good grade.
She's just coming up with a cover up for why he's calling, and she's like, "Oh, I'll give you this so we can hang up."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's Abby.
It's at oh.
Oh, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I can actually think of a really cool art piece that you could make with by disassembling a bear and a cage. So what you do is you would you take off the arms and like you take the head off of the bear, right? And
Like
you take
just a normal alive bear?
because he's bringing his stuffed bear. I read a little bit ahead and I gotta share this because I'm excited now. So what you do is you take the head off the bear, right? And then you would suspend it from the cage as with a little wire so that it floats there. And you have that part in the caged area, and on the other side of that you have the bear glued to the bottom, and it looks as if it's holding bars that aren't there.
Oh, cool,
Huh.
yeah.
I thought of a much darker option.
Yeah?
So you remove all the limbs and also the head from the bear, right? And so you put the head on top of the cage and the arms on the side of it and the legs underneath it. And then with some red construction paper, you make a heart and dangle it from the top of the cage. And then you put some ketchup on it.
Honestly, you wouldn't need ketchup. Like that on its own is really cool imagery, even without the ketchup.
Alex is also dating Abby.
Wasn't a different person?
Yes, but Alex is the high supreme
Right.
male overlord.
Yeah,
and he sleeps with everyone.
Yeah, like everyone has their own boyfriend girlfriend, right? But Alex dates everyone. Like everyone is he is everyone's boyfriend. Even if you're straight, no, you're dating Alex.
Except for Greg. Greg is the only one who's not dating Alex because Greg is too much of a fucking incel.
Greg,
Even Alex won't touch him.
You're missing out on the prime Alex action.
Is missing out on the golden shower. Sorry, I had to.
All right, guys, we're almost done with the chapter.
Yeah, it was, where the hell? Okay, I said, oh, I looked quickly around my room. I couldn't see anything immediately, so I just said, I'll surprise you. She then replied,
Oh, come on. Tell me.
my eyes locked onto a plausible item for the project. How about, my bear? I'll bring my bear. I said. She replied,
Oh, okay. Oh, I have an idea. Instead of the cage, I'll bring in a stuffed animal of mine, and we'll make like a zombie bear because I know you would like that, Greg.
Greg!
Greg.
Greg! I laughed. Awesome, I said.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Matt.
That's Abbigale.
She replied with no particular inflection.
Sorry, it broke up again.
Oof.
She replied happily. I answered, okay, bye.
Bye!
And-
Just before she hung up, I could still hear her laughing,
Oh,
leaving
thank
me
God!
with a sense of accomplishment and a lasting smile as if it were painted across my face. Everybody scream. That's
Alright.
the spirit.
So, what are your guys' thoughts so far?
I feel all at once proud of the things I'm capable of writing and absolutely disgusted.
So,
I never want to look at anything again.
This is like, it's better than I thought it was in some ways, and it's worse in others.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was,
It's better in that it's more bearable, but it's worse because it's unbearable.
like it's less nonsense. It's better structured than I was expecting. But
The structure is holding something terrible.
yeah, it's almost like if Empress Teresa was like a beautiful clusterfuck, this is like a stainless steel orb that if you look into it, you will gaze into the abyss.
And not even enough to kill you.
No, it just gives you a raspberry when you start getting too far.
It's like it's just enough horror darkness that instead of instantly dying, you are tormented eternally. It's some Lovecraftian shit.
What about you, Nat?
Yeah.
Nat?
Swift made a request.
Oh boy.
You know that talk is cheap. Keep talking as I turn my cheek. You know that no one really cares. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Alright,
Excellent.
I am pooped. It took us just over 2.5 hours to read 9 pages.
Yeah? We're stupid.
I'm proud of us.
So, thank you everyone for coming. This is a lovely introduction. Oh no, we're doing this again. Next week we are continuing this horribleness.
Woo!
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, thank you everyone very much for coming out. We're gonna do a raid. Who are we gonna raid? We're gonna raid Fishy Cakes. Yep. So, again, everyone, thank you very much for coming out, and I will see you all next time.
Battery low.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace out.
Good night.
We love you!